Welcome back to the Real Crimson Files. On July 23, 2025, one of America's most shocking murder cases finally reached its conclusion when Bryan Kohberger was sentenced to 4 life terms without parole. But even with justice served, haunting questions remain unanswered. 4 promising young lives cut short in their sleep, a brilliant PhD student turned killer. A case that captivated the world for over 2 years. But as Bryan Kohberger was led away in shackles, he took his secrets with him to prison. Tonight, we explore what investigators discovered and the chilling details Kohberger never revealed about why he murdered 4 innocent students in cold blood. November 13, 2022. The off-campus house at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho, should have been filled with the usual college weekend sounds. Instead, it became the scene of one of the most brutal quadruple murders in American history. Ethan Chapin, 20. Xana Kernodle, 20. Madison Mogen, 21. Kaylee Goncalves, 21, all stabbed to death while they slept, victims of a methodical killer who moved through the house like a predator. 2 surviving roommates heard noises but assumed it was normal college activity. They wouldn't discover the horror until the next morning. The Idaho State Police faced enormous pressure. No obvious motive, no clear suspect. The murder weapon, a fixed-blade knife, was never found. The killer seemed to have vanished without a trace. But forensic evidence doesn't lie. A single source of male DNA found on a knife sheath left at the scene would eventually lead investigators to their suspect, Bryan Christopher Kohberger, a 28-year-old criminology PhD student studying at Washington State University, just 10 miles away. December 30, 2022. FBI agents surrounded Kohberger's parents' home in Pennsylvania. The arrest shocked everyone who knew him, a quiet academic pursuing a doctorate in criminal justice and criminology, studying the very crimes he had apparently committed. Cell phone data placed him near the house multiple times before the murders. His white Hyundai Elantra matched witness descriptions. Most damning, his DNA on the knife sheath found next to one victim's body. Throughout 18 months of legal proceedings, Kohberger maintained his innocence, but the evidence was overwhelming. Surveillance footage, cell phone records, DNA evidence, and behavioral analysis all pointed to premeditated murder. The prosecution painted a picture of a calculated killer who had researched his victims, studied the house layout, and chosen his moment carefully. But they could never definitively establish why. Even after his conviction, Kohberger refused to explain his motives. Investigators believe he may have been conducting some twisted form of research for his criminology studies, treating real people like subjects in a deadly experiment. Others suggest he was simply a sociopath who wanted to commit the perfect murder and almost succeeded. His internet searches before the killings included, "How long does DNA stay on skin?" and "Pre-planning a crime." Bryan Kohberger's sentencing brought legal closure to the Idaho murders, but psychological closure may never come. The families of Ethan, Xana, Madison, and Kaylee finally have justice, but they'll never have answers to the question that haunts them most: why? Kohberger's case serves as a chilling reminder that evil can hide behind academic achievement and quiet demeanor. His victims were planning their futures, chasing their dreams, living their lives. They deserved so much more than becoming subjects in one man's deadly obsession. As Kohberger begins his life sentences, he joins the ranks of killers who took their motives to prison. But their victims' memories live on, and their families' fight for justice shows that even in the darkest crimes, love and determination can prevail.